hoping the forecast is wrong. Who wants to walk the swamp in the rain? It's already bad enough. I'm hoping today is better than yesterday. All right. Bobby's putting our permits in the mailbox. He signed the book. We are legit. We're starting Big Cypress today.
See you in 2 months.
We're planning on getting to 13 Mile Camp and then Thank God Island the second day. So,
Make it there.
yeah, that's the plan. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yesterday was a little rough. We were so muddy. Like, we were just too tired to take a video of what we looked like. But luckily, they give us a little hose here and we washed our feet off. But here is the southern terminus of the Florida Trail. So this is where we are starting, in the swamp, ending in Pensacola. And we got a little guy cheering us on because Bobby made a friend because he gave a little piece of his bagel to him. He says, I want another piece. But international. All right, so we're walking to the, I don't know what's, I'm guessing that's fish gurgling in the, sometimes there's gators along this fence. When we came in the summer, there was. They're not cooperating for my video. Last night this one had a little hole. Somebody tried to escape. Well, apparently a couple times they tried to escape. Ooh, there is a little break in the fence. In all honesty, the gators can climb the fence. But it's just kind of funny because the fence ends right here. And there's an opening. There's water right there. So there's usually a gator over there. So the fence is kind of pointless because they can just go through the opening and walk around. But we put our tent down here a little bit. Not supposed to do that, but I couldn't. I could not walk another 3.5 miles to the actual camp. So we were able to hose our feet off. There was so much mud. A little airport right here. So Bobby was in his glory. No, there was no planes. But this morning when we were walking back over to the visitor center, we almost stepped on a snake. I'm not sure what kind it was. I just take the rule of thumb and assume all are poisonous and assume all gators are going to try to eat me. I'm not taking any chances, but we didn't have any visitors from any animals last night, so that was great. And I didn't have to worry about bears. I mean, there could have been a bear, but for some reason, since nobody mentioned bear, I didn't worry about a bear. So I slept really good last night because the other night I did not. And of course, the day before we got on trail, we stayed up late trying to get odds and ends done. Seems to be a habit with us. We need to get better at that. But it's chilly out today. I don't know what the temperature is. I thought it was supposed to be like 70. Let's see if I can actually read my watch. 62 degrees. That's why it feels chilly. 62 and overcast, little wind, and it's supposed to rain today. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, until we get our feet wet.
Oh, look at that.
All right, officially on the Florida Trail. This is nice.
Someone had themselves a bird.
Dead bird. Fortunately, it's not going to last long. because within the first mile you're in the water. So, but supposedly today is supposed to be the easier day in the swamp, and tomorrow it should get worse, and then the third day, if we make it to the Thinkut Island on the second day, I think there's only like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles out of the swamp, which sounds easy, but it's supposedly very tedious. So it's gonna be like 1 mile an hour. So yeah. And it's starting to sprinkle. And then you already see the water. I don't even get you to a mile. Oh shit.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, God, I'm having nightmares from yesterday. No, I hate that mud. I just want a nice hot shower. Bobby put me down. Oh shit. Little step. Whoa, shoot. I don't know if I got that on camera. Are you trying to avoid the puddle?
You take that slide, you better watch it. It's slippery.
Oh shit. Not easy pulling the phone in. All right. I mean, I don't know why we're missing the water because
Just to start.
just to start. Let's just take the detour. Our socks, we just wore our socks from yesterday. Our shoes are soaking wet. There's no point putting dry socks on, dry or clean. I'm saving my feet hurt. There's no point, putting on dry socks when they're just gonna literally get wet. And my shoes are wet anyway because we had to take the hose, and I mean, I think we took a video and I'll upload it. I mean, well, if you're watching this, you would have seen it. But our feet were so muddy, and there's like so much dirt that was like caked inside your sock. We were just too tired to take videos of it last night. All right, putting this down to get some, so I can go faster. All right, I literally just put my phone away, and this is where we're at. That was, okay. Problem is I can't step down. Hold on. Hold on to this tree. My feet hurt, so I can't just jump down. Oh, okay. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Water's freezing. And I see the little holes. Oh, shit. All right, putting the phone away because I don't feel like falling first thing in the morning. All right, so more mud. It's not as bad as yesterday yet, because in some parts of this black mud, you can actually walk and not like sink. But like it's a little, see, like we could not do this yesterday. It is actually like not bad. Yesterday, if you stepped in the mud, you sunk to your ankle. It was just stupid. It really was. You've got these little detours. But just to give you an idea of the fun we're having, we haven't even gone a mile yet. So you're sinking this mud. Well, this mud's nearly nowhere near as slippery as yesterday's mud. It was like this. It was really more like really wet muck what we were walking in yesterday. That was just like, it was so slippery. I mean, I literally felt like I was coming up with this new dance. For some reason, it was always my left foot too. I don't know why. I would step and my left foot would slip, and then I'd swing my right foot behind me, like to kind of stop myself from falling. Yesterday, I don't know how I didn't fall. Bobby fell twice, almost face planted once, and ran into me, like fell into me. I broke his fall, so that doesn't technically count as a fall. And I almost, oh yeah, this is looking a little grayer like yesterday, but still not quite the same. But what was I say? But yeah, I fell. Well, I didn't fall, but I like started to fall, and I broke my fall hanging onto a baby cypress tree. Towards the end, I was just trying to walk as fast as I could, and just accepted that I probably was going to fall because I just wanted out of the swamp so bad yesterday. And the last section was horrible because we were already tired from walking in all that water and all that mud. Oh my God. I was just so tired. Well, I don't know that I was tired. I was just tired of it. That was more the thing. Just tired of being wet, muddy, and I was just pissed off. The last section, I was just pissed because it was actually up until the last, I want to say 2.5 miles, we were actually starting to cruise a little bit. Like the water was clear. It was like good depth that you could actually kind of move quick in. And ooh, this is a little squishy. And then we started getting more and more solution holes. So you're walking and it looks like mud, and you step, and you go like down to your calf, like your foot just drops. So, and you can't see, you don't know. I mean, sometimes you can kind of tell from the people prior, like it's starting to look like a little hole. But yeah, it's just like most of the time you can't see them. And you definitely can't move fast through there because like one hole I fell deep and quick. I was like, shit, I'm gonna break a leg out here. So you gotta be careful. But this actually looks like a trail. This is actually exciting. This is the fun stuff. Not the stupid other crap we did yesterday. But that's why today is a little faster, because there's a little more land. So this is, I'll take this all day long, but I know that's not gonna happen. Wishful thinking. But I'm trying to stay positive. My feet situation, so, the bottom of my pinky toes were drying out. I mean, it's like dead skin, but they're still a little tender. And then now, lucky me, both pinky toes around the toenail part, like right above the toenail, that is really tender. I don't have blisters there, but they're both really tender there. So I think when I have blisters, I can't wear the Injinji toe socks, because I think what's happening is when I wrap the Band-Aid, so I've been putting, well, I put Band-Aids this morning and Leuko tape around the Band-Aids to try to hold the Band-Aid on better, especially since we're going through all this swamp. But yesterday I didn't have Band-Aids, I just had the Leuko tape, and so your toe is, thicker than it was snug when I put the toe sock on, and then I put the darn tough socks on over it. And when we were doing the road walk yesterday morning, like we did 7 miles of road walk, it started like rubbing, I think because it was, too tight on the toe sock. So now yesterday I switched at lunchtime, I switched to just the darn tough. And honestly, like as soon as the first step back on trail from lunch was right in the water. So the whole day was spent in the water. I tried to dry my feet out. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't eat lunch right before we got in the swamp. We took like a little snack. So when we stopped for lunch, I dried my feet out a little bit. And although it's kind of a joke because you're just putting wet socks back on. Like there was a spigot and we were able to clean our socks and shoes and get back in the water because you have to get that mud out. But yeah, so today I put Band-Aids on to give a little extra cushion and then put the Leuko tape over. And then my heels are all, I put Leuko tape on that. So the Leuko tape seems to have a little better stick than the KT tape. I like the KT tape because it's like a thinner, it's not like real thick, but I think the Leuko tape might be better long run. So that's where we are. And my heel, since we did the first day back on trail, we did all that. Well, we did road walk at night and we did all day of basically, I take it back. We did canal walk, which is like hard crushed rock. So I tried to walk in the grass as much as possible. Then we had to walk alongside a road for a good ways, and then ended it with the road walk with gators on each side at night in the dark. So yeah, my feet were shot. So my right heel with the plantar fasciitis was killing me. I mean, it throbbed all night. Between being scared of the bear and my feet throbbing, I didn't get a lot of sleep. So today, my heel started off a little sore, but nothing, like it didn't really throb at all last night. The water actually made my feet feel good. So that was a welcoming, because I started to think maybe I made a bad decision coming back on trail, because after the first day my feet really hurt. And I'm like, how am I gonna be able to keep going? I'm gonna try. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude. It's really hard when you're in pain. But right now, I mean, other than my toes feeling tender, they're not like throbbing. I really think, oh, and one thing I noticed as soon as we got on the actual trail and not off the road, my pack didn't feel as heavy. And I think it's that road. The road walk is just brutal. So if he ever suggests another trail that has a lot of road walk, he can do it by himself. I love you, Bobby, but no thank you. No thank you. It was not enjoyable at all for me. I think because his feet are rougher, he's not having issues. But oh my God, that road, I feel like I'm still having nightmares from it. I mean, it was enjoyable, don't get me wrong. I mean, let me take that back. I don't know if it's enjoyable. It was, there were some good moments. But I really think that I love the Keys, but only for driving down or flying into and enjoying on vacation, not walking. Screw that. Okay. So, not doing that again. I don't know why we listened to the advice of doing that section. I could have easily just started in this section. And not only that, but it put us back a week, which is kind of making me mad because I was already on a time crunch. So, puts a little pressure. I'm gonna try my hardest to finish this trail, but we'll see. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. No point getting too far ahead of ourselves. But, all right, I'll check back later. This trail.
So Michelle is just walking here across the rocks, and then she did a slip and fall.
Oh,
like she basically fell into this boulder and broke her butt.
Oh.
Turn around so we can see.
I ain't showing you my ass.
All right. How do you feel?
Like I'm gonna have one cheek's gonna be black and blue is what I feel like.
All right, so you're gonna continue. Got it.
What are my choices?
You don't really have a choice.
No, I
Depends
mean,
a cool or a bust.
I think it's gonna be bust.
Now she's gonna try to clean her hands in this dirty water.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that. The bag's gonna take
We'll
me
just wait till the swamp.
Maybe just can I have a little bottle water?
You can have some of your bottled water.
So, yes. We're cruising. This section is nice. Grass, drier ground. We've been walking through a lot of mud, and I fell. Definitely jinxed myself. And like usual, I don't fall gracefully. I literally fell in there was rocks in front and then a big hole, mud. But my right butt cheek landed on a rock. So I'm gonna have Bobby check it later. I will be shocked if I don't have a black and blue mark or like a welt, because it hurts. My pack sits right on it. So every step I take, I get to feel it. But I'm hoping we get more trail like this so we can get through it faster. I just want to get to camp as quick as possible today. I don't want to be in the swamp at night. And I guess tomorrow there's a section where there's been a gator in the past. I don't know how recent, so I really don't want to see a gator out here either. I don't mind seeing them in the canal, but not where I'm walking through and they could be. No, thank you. All right, back in the water. Oof. Well, it started off not too deep. It's kind of going between ankle and calf deep. But you can see on the cypress where how dark it was, how high the water was at one point. Just can't go too fast. You can't go too fast in this section because you don't know where the branches are, and I can't see. It's dark. Can you see? Like, is it clear? Very. Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, I can't really see. So you can easily step on, just like that, easily step on fallen logs, or I hate when I do that. Splash, put the trekking pole on it, splashes me in the eye. Or you, whatever, you can easily trip on something in here. If we're a little shallower, you could probably see better. It's not too bad. Better than yesterday, that's for sure. Bobby's already out of it, so it's a short section. But considering I already fell this morning, and I really, oh yeah, see there's a good, and then it ends it off with rock. At least it's, ate it. So, taking a quick little snack at 7 Mile Camp. It's actually quite a few little spots for tent sites, so just took our rain jackets off, and then now it's starting to sprinkle, so I guess I'll be putting it back on.
I think we're headed north, though. It won't be bad.
I don't know. I think I'll keep it on for a little bit longer.
It's like a winter day.
Yeah, but it's not that cold. All right, we were going pretty quick. I was going to take a video because it was actually nice. Then it got muddy. I didn't film it, but there was a section of so many solution holes. Basically the rock with gigantic holes. One section was just like, it almost looked like a teeny tiny bridge, like just wide enough for your foot. And on either side was like probably 4 feet, or not 4, yeah, 2 feet wide of holes. Definitely had to be careful through there. But this is all, it's been actually pretty compact until just as soon as I turned my camera back on. But now it's muddy again. But it's all sawgrass through here. Yesterday I cut my finger pretty, like, sliced it on the sawgrass. Felt wonderful. Not. Now it's getting better. This is better. This isn't really, well, I guess it is sawgrass. It's just, no, it's not sawgrass. This is much better. Except here comes more mud. I like the black mud better than this. You have to kind of try to avoid, you can step on as much grass as possible, then you can get through it faster. And Bobby signed us into the logbook for Big Cypress. You don't have to have a trail name, but you don't have to start a trail. Like most hikers they go by trail names. So like when you meet somebody, they don't really necessarily tell you the first name. They tell you their trail name. So I named Bobby Captain for obvious reasons, but for hiking, he's kind of the one who's always got the map, guiding us the way. He's the captain. When we did like section hiking on the Appalachian Trail, we kind of like made little silly names for all of us in the family, but nothing really stuck. And he wrote me down as Bitch and Betty, which might be appropriate for me because I have done a lot of bitching so far. But I feel for good reason. I don't know, maybe some people would have done it without complaining so much, but I guess we'll see if it sticks. You gotta be careful. These rocks, they wanna feel like this trail is just itching to make you fall. And I have a nice bruise and welt forming on my butt where I fell earlier today. So that's gonna, see these little holes? These are little, but they were like, it was kind of like this. It was like a little piece of rock in between the two holes, but the holes, you had to walk over it, and the holes were like at least 2 feet wide. Big enough for your foot, and they were deep. So if you weren't paying attention, you could easily break a leg. And I don't know what you would do if you broke a leg out here, because that is a long hike back. No thank you. So it's best to be extra careful. Probably should best to just walk on the ground, not the rock, because the rock is slippery. Hence how I fell earlier today. The bag doesn't help though, because the weight of the bag, like you start to slip and then the bag just pulls you down. And I literally couldn't even get up. Bobby had to grab his hand, and he had to grab my bag and lift the weight up, because I was like stuck in that hole. Of course, I fell on a rock, so my butt was quite painful. Alright, so we're walking through some more water, which has been, really the trail has been alternating terrain between thick black mud to water like this, not super deep, and then like a grass path, which obviously I much prefer the grass path because it's quicker moving. I'm concerned about that tall sawgrass. I really hope the trail just parallels it. Woo! Yeah. I don't remember seeing any YouTuber talk about it going through sawgrass. So I'm going to assume we just parallel it. All right, this was our campsite. True. We are surrounded by fire. They left only the picnic area, campsite, whatever. 7:10 Saturday. I don't even remember what the date is. We were at 13 Mile Camp, and we got a hard, grueling day today. It's only 10 miles. The first 4 are going to be easier. Oh, and then
This is what it looks like to hike through hell.
basically
The burnt bushes.
and then the last 6 are going to be very slow moving, like 1 mile per hour. We're expecting conditions like what we did on the first stretch. Here, give me my trekking pole. I don't want to walk through the jungle without my trekking pole. Oh, God.
The flash is still on.
All right, well, I'll get that later.
It's gonna burn your battery.
Okay.
Hit the little.
And yeah, we're starting off the first 4. We're gonna we got up at 4:30, trying to move quicker. It's hard to move quick when you gotta bandage your feet and everything is wet because, of course, right when we got to camp, it started not pouring, but it started raining, light rain, and then we couldn't really do anything because then it started, once we were in the tent, it started raining harder. But we went to bed like around,
Kind of public safety alert.
what is that?
I saw that on my phone.
Oh, that's floating around our house. How can we get that and not? That's weird. Oh, God. Oh, bugs. Anyway, I lost track. Yeah, this is definitely crispy. At least they left the path because all the markers are burnt off the trees. So it'd be a little challenging to find your way out. With us starting this section a week later, we missed the actual fire. They had, because they started the fire like basically right when we were originally wanted to start this section. So we would have had to there was a detour, which I don't think would have been a big deal, but if they had detoured me around the hard section today, I would have been happy. But yeah, everything's wet. Our socks and shoes, there's no point. Oh, who's that guy? That's interesting. We had a neighbor and we didn't even know it. I could have sworn I heard voices. That's creepy. Just when you thought you were all in the wilderness all by yourself. Nope. Anyway, shoes are soaking wet and they're dirty. Couldn't really clean them off that great. I mean, as far as the socks go, they're soaking wet, sandy, and we just had to beat them up against the trees to try to get as much dirt out as we could. So, where's the trail? Oh, right here. This is like a little swamp buggy road. They got hikers out here. I mean, not hikers. Yes, they have hikers out here, but they have hunters out here. So that's probably what that car is. I could have sworn I heard dogs last night, but we really haven't seen, other than birds, we've not seen any animals. Yesterday I was a little worried because there's a section that is called Gator Hole, and it was, I guess we're kind of hiking in more of a drier season. Like last couple of years, it's been wetter. So there's pros and cons. The wetter, sometimes you can actually move a little quicker. when it's drier, you've got more mud. And this mud is no joke. It's hard to move in, and it's so slippery. And yeah, yesterday I slipped on one of those solution, I don't know, whatever those rocks are. It's basically, I think, old coral. But it gets muddy, and it's wet and slick. And the thing is, you step on it, and you try to, catch yourself when you're like slipping, and then when your body starts going one way and the pack is pulling you the other way. And let me just tell you, I have a massive black and blue mark on my rump and a knot underneath it. And my pack, the bottom of my pack is touching it. I keep trying to pull it up, but I have like a sit pad that probably helped cushion. It probably would have been a lot worse. Like my whole butt probably would have been black and blue if I didn't have that pad. So I'm thankful for that. But we were sitting in the tent last night. All right. We were sitting in the tent last night, kind of laughing about the day. And we were talking about what is to come today, because we're expecting it to be very muddy. And supposedly there's a section that is going to be deep. I don't think it's a very long section, but and I was talking about before, there was a section yesterday. We haven't seen many animals, but sorry, I easily get sidetracked. But there was a section called Gator Hole, and there's not a lot of water. And apparently there's like 3 days ago, a hiker came through, because we have for you non-hikers, there's a hiking app. Where's the path? Bobby! Oh. And you can leave comments and whatnot. Anyway, so there was a comment about the gator hole, because there has been an aggressive gator in the hole. It's like basically like a big solution hole with a little bit of water. And I guess when the water gets low, the gators, tend to flock to any water source, and they guard it. But 3 days ago, somebody had said there was a small gator in the hole. And literally, you have to walk right by the hole. Like, there was 2 holes. I'm not sure exactly which hole the gator was in, but they didn't say, like, how big the gator was. Like, they say small. I don't know, is that, like, a baby or an adolescent? I don't know. But anyway, they just said small gator. And we kept looking at the map to make sure, like, because it was hidden. Like, there's the sago palms in front of it. So yeah. And anyway, luckily I didn't see a gator. It could have been in there, but I didn't see it. So, but Bobby kept going over there to see it. I'm like, could you please, like, I just kept thinking, like, if it's not in the hole, it could be in this little general area, and I don't want to make him mad. But honestly, all we've seen as far as animals is birds so far, on trail. Now, we've actually, now the mud is getting wet. Oh, damn. And here we go. Here's the water. Oh, wait. Except there's a little side trail. I try to take the little grassy side trails as much as I possibly can, especially when it's like slippery mud. I literally start just making my own trail because this is insane. But I think I might be able to get around it. Kind of have to go in the woods a little. Am I gonna fit? I don't know. Trying to hang on to semi-dry feet as long as I can. But yeah, so I'm actually surprised. Like, I mean, we did see some prints that could either have been deer or boar. I don't know. So, but we'll check back in a little while. Oh, it's kind of spooky looking. All right, we just stopped at one of the campsites to take our sun shirts off. As it's getting a little, it's not hot, but it's warm when you start walking. And we finished. It's we finished that first section. It was 4 miles in 2 hours. So from here on out, that was supposed to be the easy 4 miles. This next, well, there's 6 more miles to a possible campsite that we want to go to. But it's basically 10 miles out of the swamp. So if we're gonna, since it's so wet, we're just gonna skip lunch. We just got snacks in our pockets, and we're gonna just probably, if we see another patch of dry land, we'll probably just take our packs off and rest our back for a minute, but just power through. It's tempting to just push through the next 10 miles. I don't know if it's possible because it's supposed to be the hardest section. So the next 10 miles are going to be super hard. So I guess it's just a matter of how quick we can get through it. Trying to avoid the mud. But so far, not so bad. It's the mud, and then the solution holes and slippery rock. But some of that mud, we're thinking it's probably similar to the ECT section, and that was very slow moving. It's like you're only getting a mile per hour. So that's what we're banking on. I don't know. Everything is wet, dirty, gross. If I can do it, I'm gonna try to just get out of here. Because we're gonna get a hotel, or at least that's the plan. I can get a bed, a shower, wash my clothes. I don't know. Or I can spend another night in the swamp. I don't know. I don't really like night hiking. Night hiking on the road, granted, when there's no gators on the side of the road, is not bad. But night hiking in this stuff, I mean, right now it's not bad. But some of these sections, like you're struggling with daylight. I don't know. Night darkness is going to be grueling. We have about 6 miles of this, which equals 6 hours, give or take. It is hard, and I fell. It's just calf deep water with mud underneath, and it's slippery. There's roots, there's cypress nubs. Yeah, fun stuff. That's the trail. It's been like this for miles. Get me out of here. Bobby's back there trying to get water. We just walked through a deep section. It was up to my thighs. It's really hard to walk in this. I feel like I'm doing leg day all day. Whew. This is not easy. All right, we got 1 point. Wait, come here. Bobby's cleaning off his shoes because it's just, this is what we deal with all day.
It was your choice.
Was it though? I don't really feel like it was my choice.
We're doing trail laundry.
My God. At least I think the last of it is going to be somewhat land. It might be muddy land, but yeah. We literally have walked in the water.
Since 9 o'clock.
Yeah, since 9 o'clock, and it's now 4:30. It has been exhausting. Exhausting.
I thought it was gonna be a little harder.
Did you? Here, let me push you in the mud puddle. I fell 4 times today. My shorts have been completely drenched all day long because they've not had a chance to dry because I just keep falling. I'm hoping that is over. I'm sure I have a big clump of mud, but I just don't feel like taking my shoes off now.
I could use a cold swamp light.
I know why they call the Florida man crazy, because this is just freaking stupid.
Oh, that's heaven.
This is just stupid. You forgot to put your thing in. Oh, is that for the other shoe? Okay. All right, we got smidgen over a mile. What? Is it cracking? Yeah, I think these shoes are gonna be trashed after this hike. After the swamp. What do you say?
See how good I am at calisthenics.
I'm tired. I am so tired.
Swamp man.
Yeah, we're trying to get out. It's 4:30. We're trying to get out of here in an hour. So Angelique's coming to pick us up, and we're gonna go home, take a little break, and then get laundry done, clean up, address blisters. Hopefully my black and blue butt gets a little better.
Their dinner at 5:30.
I know, really. We need to get out of here before mosquito dinner starts. I feel like I've already given enough to the swamp. But
Tell me when. 1 mile, let's go!
oh, we made it to the gate. It was a long journey. Hallelujah.
Close gate after use.
Yeah. These are the gates to hell. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, I was gonna say, if it doesn't open, I will climb over it. I'm not good at it, but I will do it.
You're supposed to
Adios.
say, goodbye, Big Cypress.
Yeah. Kiss my My rear end, my black and blue rear end.
Here, let me get a picture of you in front.